What's up, guys, out there in Facebook land? Welcome to some questions. BZTV. Oh, look, it's showing up in the corner there too. We're just wanting to talk a little bit about the COVID situation with all the tournaments that are not happening yet, but PDGA is saying that they are allowing tournaments to happen, but it's not really happening until the, I guess, local and state governments say it's okay. So
Shelter in place is lifted.
I think we're all just kind of waiting. So I think they said yes. Here's a 5-step plan for sanctioning events. But at the same time, they're saying part of that plan is the local and state governments have to approve. I guess it's not just 4 or more people in a group, but I think it's even a bigger thing than that, like more collective people in one spot.
Yeah, I think it's right now we're locally, it's 4 people per group in a park participating with 6 feet distance. But we need to find out how they open up to larger groups and how they're going to allow that type of event to happen.
Yeah, so it started early. Was it today? Times to get away from me. It was yesterday or today we started talking about this morning, huh?
Yesterday
Morning. So we're trying to get an event together here in Texas. It's just outside of Austin, a place called Bastrop Moody's Ranch. And kind of got the green light to do the tournament, which is great. But I guess the part of that 5-step approach kind of might inhibit us from opening up. So we're actually trying to learn this as everybody else is. So if you know more information, put it down in the comments. Let us know what you know. If you have the same kind of situation in your city or state trying to open up and have a tournament or mini, let me know what you guys are going through. We'll go over the 5 steps here. So if you haven't heard about the 5 steps and you know more than we do, then feel free to make some comments. But read this one thing. It says, we understand everyone wants to get tournaments and leagues and weekly minis back on schedule ASAP. For now, we are still waiting to hear when our local and state governments will allow public events to commence. Check out the link below and the flyer. These are all the answers we have right now, and hopefully we will receive more good news in the near future. So it sounds like it's coming. We all want to play, but we want to do the right thing as well.
Put this in your disc golf bag. Spray your discs.
It kind of stinks
Spray your hands.
Yeah, it kind of stinks for alcohol.
But, you know,
lemon aloe.
It helps. We're trying to help participate in keeping ourselves safe and keeping our friends safe as best as possible.
That's what we want to try to figure out, to do this the right way, because we don't want to just go out and have a tournament and say, hey, let's go have a tournament. Everyone's free to do whatever we want to do. We want to do it the right way, even if we do more things than what the government might be saying. But we obviously have to have the approval through PDGA, I guess the person who, the state coordinator. In our case, it's Stephanie Vincent is our state coordinator.
Yeah.
So she's all ready to go, but I think she's also trying to figure out exactly when we can do these tournaments, how big the tournament's going to be, what kind of stipulation, if it matters if it's on private property or on public property, and waiting for the, I guess we still have, in Texas, we still have that ordinance as far as shelter in place.
Yes. And it's supposed to be some, like, ending, like, right around June 1st. Or can anybody else send that information?
Oh, here, Billy Reed just said, we are still working towards Memorial Day mini since PJ backed out. Ugh, I am working a couple days every week.
Okay, so.
Yes, I think whether it's a mini or event, especially if we have this big event, I mean, at Moody's Ranch, we can have 2 courses full back in the day, as far as like if everyone's out there 4 or 5 per card, but obviously we don't want to do that. So it could be a big event, so maybe we're limited to having 50 people out there. I don't know. So we're trying to figure out how many people we can have, when we can do it. And this isn't until June 6th and 7th. We're doing the Black Zombie Presents World War Z at Moody's. So we're excited about that, but we want to do it the right way.
Yeah.
The first step, it says, a government authority must issue directives that allow organized, competitive sporting events to resume. So we're going to reach out and talk to who?
The people that run the Parks and Rec of Round Rock.
Well, we got his name, too, to go to his office to ask him.
So I was told to actually go to Clay Madison and speak with those folks, because they work directly with the Parks and Rec department, and they can give us any kind of ideas towards when any kind of sporting events, what type of sporting events. So if you are anywhere in your local government, maybe someone that's in the Red Rock area could maybe even communicate with their Parks and Recs department. And
Yeah, it might be different local.
Yeah, because each area has their own kind of set of rules. In particular, like Smithville, they have their courses closed until June 1st. So they may have more strict, so we just need to figure out if anybody has any idea, if anybody knows any contacts we could get, and or maybe you could communicate with your, to get your stuff going.
Yeah, we can figure this out together.
Yeah.
The second thing is PDGA verifies government directives in cooperation with member-elected state and provincial coordinators and appointed county coordinators, which I think is what we're talking about. The same people trying to, not just your government saying, your governor saying, hey, go ahead and do it. There's like city coordinators, parks and rec coordinators, maybe county coordinators. So it's an interesting process for sure. Upon verification, sanctioning becomes available in that geographic area. Again, I don't know geographic area if that means that county, that city. I think my other camera we have like 3 cameras on us, sorry. The fourth one is PDGA will notify event directors in that geographic area who must agree to government directives and PDGA requirements for competition during COVID-19. Which sounds like once we get the green light, there are stipulations they're going to say, I don't know if it's wearing a mask or if it's staying 6 feet apart, no high-fiving. I don't know what the rules are. So we're trying to figure all that out too once we are able to do this. And again, our tournament we're trying to do is June 6th and 7th. So it looks like we should be open and out of shelter in place, but I guess it's not official.
Yeah, and we may not know until June 6th or 7th.
Like
like the day before or the week before. So it may be something that we try to do and they won't allow us to do it, or they will allow us to do it. We just we're putting it out there, seeing if anybody has any good information, any contacts with their local government or in the city of Austin or Bastrop. We get out there and start talking to our local government and see how we can get things rolling.
Yeah, this obviously, the one we're doing is a new event that we just kind of came up with, like, oh yeah, let's do this, because Manor, where we wanted to have the Manor Mash, which we're going to push that out till fall, it's just so overgrown, snakes, nasty, it's just not a good place to be. So we're pushing Manor Mash out till fall. This is not replacing it, this is just something that came up while we're discussing doing something, especially if they lift these restrictions. Moody's is in Bastrop, Texas, just outside of Austin. And we are trying to figure out like when we can do this. So we're going forward with it, trying to get it all together, organized. But I mean, even if they say, yes, you can do it, the day before they might say we can't.
Yeah, that's how life is these days. So, we're just make sure that we follow the rules and try to help everybody stay safe and have a good time.
Yeah, so here, just looking on, I don't know where I'm at, Stephanie Vincent had shared a post.
Yeah, you can go to that's the page right there.
Yeah, well, I'm saying here, but Bonnie Butler said, so Stephanie Vincent, you will inform us of when the PDGA has verified Texas state directives allowing for sporting events. Sounds like it might be a while before sanctioning in Texas is a thing again. I guess he's just saying that sounds like she's on it, looking into it, trying to figure it out. She probably knows just not much more than the rest of us know as far as what the answers are, but she'll let us know as soon as we can, whether it's like in all of Texas or parts of Texas, rural Texas. I know Austin is super strict, and they're likely going to be the last ones to let people open up and do disc golf tournaments because they're not friendly with tournaments anyway.
Yeah, that's true.